Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm just giving you a quick Sunday update because I know it's been a little bit to Thanksgiving Sunday off, and it's not much that has changed. You see my pepper plants here. They are still doing their thing. Let me move them out the way so you can actually see the Aerogarden stuff. Ooh. There we go. All right, so now we are back to the Aerogarden. Again, this is day 50, and you see the dill is doing this thing. These are actually two different types of basil. They're growing up. One is Thai basil, which is the first one here, and then we have the Genovese basil. They are both doing their thing. I'm actually going to start plucking, I guess you could say, them today, or harvesting would be the real word. And yes, I know I say that like every single time you see this video, but actually I'm going to harvest all of this tonight. I was looking at some different ways to do it. Last time I preserved my basil, I showed you guys that video. I'll link it. I'll put a card up for that. On how I froze them in olive oil and put them in the freezer. So I'll show you that. I'll put the card up for that video, and you can see how I did that. I am going to do that method with some of the basil, but I also want to try making a pesto sauce, and then some of it I'm just going to freeze straight out whole in freezer bags. So I'm going to try a few different methods. So I might not do all of it tonight, but I am going to get some of it just to tame it a little bit and give it more room to keep growing, because basil is one of those things that if you continue to like harvest it and groom it, it will keep growing. It'll produce quite a bit for you. And it's a pretty easy herb to grow. So if you're a newbie and you're looking for something to grow, I definitely recommend basil, whether you're using an Aerogarden or even from seed, or if you just buy like the little small plant from like a Lowe's or Home Depot or one of your local garden stores or nurseries. Basil is a very easy herb, and it also will give you an abundance of herb as well. So I'm just trying to give you all the angles. As you can see, it's starting to flower, and as beautiful as the little flowers can be, they actually make really pretty little flowers. That's not what you want. You want to trim that. So I'm probably going to trim that, and that's also a sign that it's really time to start harvesting, because when it starts to flower, it can make the flavor of the basil get a little more bitter. So you definitely don't want to have it flowering too long, because that is a sign that it's ready. So yeah, that's something else to keep in mind. The dill is there. You can see the curly parsley is hidden amongst all of this basil action and dill action, but that is the curly parsley there. It's not a very tall plant, so it's not going to grow as enormous as these other two. And then in the midst of all of that, the little mint is still like the little seed that could, that little scrawny thing here, that's the mint. I just took the plastic cap over that, so it finally reached that point where it's touching the top, and I removed it. So the mint is still coming along. It's trying. I don't think the thyme is going to do anything over here. This was the one I said looked like it could do something, but I never saw any progress, so we're just going to call that an L. So for this Aerogarden, we would say that we got 5 out of 6 successfully to grow. And again, we're 50 days in, and that's what the Aerogarden did. So just want to give you guys an update. And like I said, I am going to harvest what we see here. So it may not be any Aerogarden updates coming immediately. It might be 1 or 2 more. If I decide to start another garden, then I will definitely show you guys that, because I think I want to do another romaine garden soon. So if I don't do one before Christmas, then I'll definitely be starting it probably at the beginning of the new year. So it may not be any Aerogarden content, depending on how these go after I harvest them. If not, it'll just be some houseplants updates, which I still have plenty. And of course, we still have the peppers going. But I am going to insert some pictures of a couple of my houseplants that are doing so great, just so you guys can see them. So you'll see those at the end in just a moment. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will be having more content for those of you who watch the other content on my channel. I will be continuing with more videos and maybe a few extra bonuses. I'm not doing Vlogmas officially, but I might be giving you a few extra things along the way for this month leading up to Christmas. But until then, see you next time.